why do businesses fail? This is Ken. I'm going to give you the answer to that. When I ask that question, most people will answer, it's cash flow. Well, I did some research on it, looked it up, and really the number one reason 80% of the time that businesses fail is because of lack of capital. They just run out of money. Cash flow, lack of capital, it's the same thing. It's a money issue. Now, the question that I keep going back to is, but why? So I've spent a lot of time on researching this and thinking about it, and I know the answer. And I'm going to give you this answer because this is really important. So what I want you to think about is, we're all in business. You're in a private business instead of a public business where you have a tax ID number and registered and an EIN number, but you are still in business. You have an income and you have expenses, the same as I do in my business. So you know what your income is. Most everybody I work with on this knows what their income is, but they don't know what their expenses are. But think about it, it's the same thing. I have to pay rent in my business. Okay, same as you. Whether you're buying or renting, you're paying for that place to live. You have insurance, health insurance. You have maybe life insurance. You have auto insurance. I have the same thing in my business. How about utilities? Gas, electric, sewer, trash. Got your cell phone, you got to pay for. I got to do that in my business, all of the above. I have a vehicle, same as you. I have to put tires on it and gas, same as you. Our expenses will vary in different areas, but you are running a business and you have to start running your personal life like you run a business. You have to track things. Now, when I meet with people, and I've done this over the years, I have helped a lot of people with their personal finances. And like I said, everybody knows what their income is. There's a few exceptions, but almost everybody will know what their income is. But hardly ever do people know what their expenses are, what their personal overhead is. So when I meet with them and I find this, I say, okay, go home and figure it out. Everything you're spending money on, we'll meet again and then we'll talk from there. And when we meet again, 90% of the time I find these people have extra money. There's exceptions to that, people who are barely making it, and there are people who are living beyond their means. Those are people that have issues. Okay, well, we're not talking about that right now. It's the people with extra money. $300, $500, $1,000 a month extra. I say, what are you doing with that money? You got extra money, what are you doing? And the answer is always the same. They say, I don't know. Because they don't have a system for tracking it. They just spend it. At the end of the day, at the end of your lifetime, here's the sad part, is 95% of people are failing in their personal businesses. Only 3 to 5% retire with money. So, it's not the people who are making a lot of money that are in the 3 to 5%. It's people who know what to do with their money when they're making it, that have the ability to retire and not have to work. My dad was that way. He retired when he was 52 and he lived till he was 97 and he never worked another day. He never made a lot of money. He just was good with his money and he did whatever he wanted. So how do you get into that 5%? Well, I'm going to teach you that, but right now I want to tell you why the businesses fail. Because first of all, 16% of people in this country have their own business or entrepreneurs. 16%, that's a lot of people. Those same 16% are coming out of this 95% that are failing in their personal business, their personal lives, and they're starting businesses, and they have the same problem in their business that they have in their personal life. They don't know how to deal with the money, and they spend it. When they make more money, they spend it. Then they have a problem with money. They don't have enough capital. They don't have enough cash flow because they didn't take care of the money when they were making it. I can teach you how to do that. I have figured out a system for it. I'm good at it. I've written a book about it, and I can help you to know how to take this, not just your business, but your personal life to a point where you can be in that 5% of successful people. So join me next time, and I'm going to show you how to do that.